Hey guys, welcome back inside the Vintage Geek's toy room. I'm John, and I'm here with the armorer from the Mandalorian. The special edition one, Star Wars The Mandalorian. The armor, mine is already open. The tabs have been pulled. Before I even get to it, some of the tabs are pulled. So what that means is, I'm going to take her out of the box. I know I can figure this out. She slides in. It's a special artwork on there, nothing on the back except to say the armor and accessories, Star Wars The Mandalorian. You got a barcode on the bottom for those of you who like the barcodes. But like I said, since this is already open, I'm going to figure out how to open it. And I did. You can open it without destroying the box. And the little tabs on the back, I'm going to poke the rest of them through those holes and pop her out. But as you can see here, she just came out of the box and now there's an empty space there. She's just in a tray. So you can slide that back in and, I mean, it's not damaged at all. It's even still connected with its little internal cardboard spring. So I just popped these out. So if I ever want to put her back in, now I can just pop those back through the holes. And she is an amazing figure. An amazing figure, I should say. Proper English, John. Proper English. Bushuda. Now, she's awesome. And I really like the cloth goods on the back. Let's get the equipment out. So the same thing here. There's a tray. You just have to pop the lid off. So the top part. And then there you go. One of the pieces fell out already. So just pop this lid off as much as you can without destroying it, and you can slide those pieces out. So I've dumped them all out here, and we have a standard like grippy dealy, and one that's heated by the flames. Tongs to grab the molten metal. You've got a regular hammer and a molten hammer. There's like metal dripping off the hammer in this one, and you have a splash like you've been hitting something, and this is what she's been hitting, a Mandalorian helmet that looks like it could fit on a character just fine. I noticed on the back there is some words. The armorer plays a vital role in keeping the culture of the Mandalorian alive. She forges Beskar armor in the ancient tradition of her people. We see her forged with exacting precision. When combat is required, she proves to be efficient and resourceful. So as you can see here, I managed to get it all back in the box. I got all the pieces in there. It's intact. So I didn't ruin the packaging by doing what I did. It all worked out. She's got really cool, she's got those hidden knee joints here, which is really cool. I really like these new knee joints that are kind of hidden. You know, you got this flap. You can see from the front, you almost don't see a knee joint at all from the front, which is really cool. And they still work great. The armor around her, the detailing is just fantastic. The belts, the things, I really like it. Here's how the splash of molten metal goes onto the hammer. There's just a little peg there on this thing, and there's a hole in the tip of the hammer on one side, and it just kind of pops its way on there, and you've got this molten splash of metal like she's banged it. I kind of think the splash should have been on this side because there's a molten drip. There's a drip of molten metal there. And if you look at the regular hammer, that's not a design of the hammer because there's no part coming down. That's actually molten metal dripping off the hammer. So now you've got this drip that sort of defies gravity if she hits it like that. You know, I think it should have been on this side so that way it was at least hidden by the thing, you know. Because, like, if she's holding it up, that drip makes sense without the splash, you know, just like this. But when you're hitting something, it's got to disappear, you know? I don't know. Just being nitpicky, I guess. So it would look like this if she's hanging onto the helmet, which doesn't look natural to me. You're not going to hit it hard enough while hanging onto the helmet to create that kind of splash that you see there. The helmet's got to be on something like this. But then, of course, you've got the drip on the hammer defying gravity. It's going towards her. I don't know. Maybe she hit it so hard that part of it's like splashing towards her. I don't know. That's what we can pretend. But you need to get like an anvil or something that she can pound on. And then if you take, you can put these tongs in her hand. These are the red hot tongs. Like she's pulling it out of the fire. And it's a red hot helmet. She's pulling out. Blue hot. It's so hot it's turning blue in spots. I think this looks pretty good. It'd be neat to have like a little setup where you have this sort of fire looking thing like it was in the show and she's kind of pulling it out of there. I think it would look pretty cool. And like I said, this helmet looks like it could fit on somebody else. So you could even just use this helmet for, you know, army building or whatever. So her knees and feet bend so well that you can have her kneeling down like she was in the show with the weapons out, her tools out, when the stormtroopers came to like sort of take her on and question her, and then she beat them all up. It's really nice that you can do this kneeling position. They thought of everything when they made this figure, and I'm really impressed with it. I mean, the feet go flat. It works really well. Putting the equipment in both hands here. Now, this would be the standard equipment that she would come with if you didn't get the special edition that had the extra heated elements of it. So, but I think the standard edition will not have the cloth good on the back. That little cape, poncho, whatever you want to call it, is going to be plastic on the regular edition. So that's another advantage of getting this special edition version, is having the cloth poncho thing, cape, whatever you want to call it, which I think looks really good on her. I mean, that just looks amazing. This figure in general looks amazing. It's really, really cool. I'm very, very pleased with this figure overall. She poses well, she stands well. Everything about her just came out perfect. And another thing that's cool about this character in general is just the fact that it's a Mandalorian with different armor. It's not the traditional Mandalorian armor that we see. And it's cool to know that the Mandalorian culture will do things in a different fashion, you know, at times. So you can really get creative. It opens the door for you to be really creative with your Mandalorian soldiers and people of different professions, in fact, you know, who aren't just the warrior class, maybe, you know. Even though she's a skilled warrior, she was badass beating up those stormtroopers. And this is what she looks like riding on an ankylosaur. Just in case you ever wondered what the armor looks like on an armored dinosaur. Because I know a lot of people, you know, were thinking of that. Alright guys, thanks a lot for watching. I really appreciate it. This has been awesome taking a look at the armor. I'm thoroughly impressed with this figure. I really highly recommend you trying to get one. It's amazing. Really good figure. Yeah, I like it a lot. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'm John. I'm out of here, and we'll talk to you guys on the next one. See ya!